Hey y'all, what's up? Big Wooly here, and welcome back to another episode of our FTB Skies Expert Let's Play. So, in today's episode, as we were talking about at the end of the last one, we need to sort out osmium. We need to get osmium being generated for us in some kind of way. And for those of you that didn't see it on the community post, my wife had to have surgery today. Everything went good. She's okay. She's recovering. And so I'm at home to try and get an episode recorded and out for you guys for tomorrow. So without any further ado, let's get into it. All right. So I have not had time to prepare or even the space in my brain to think about this process. So let's go look at what we were doing for osmium at the old base. I don't know why I'm running around like I got to go somewhere to get there. So let's go see what we were doing. I think our osmium was over here, but osmium is a convoluted process, right? We have to make the platinum, and we have to put the platinum in the pulverizer to get the pulverizer dust. And then we have to take the pulverizer dust, pulverize the dust and put it in the centrifugal separator. So we're going to need these two. This is where we were making osmium. So this is for crushing the platinum. That's for the centrifugal separator. So it looks like there might be a B, but there's no recipe for the B. So when you click on the spawn egg, it says you can get it from the gene sequencer, but I mean, you can't get a osmium B without this. And so then when you click on the B, there's nothing in here. So there's no conversion. I don't think we're going to be able to get osmium that way. So yeah, we're going to need osmium. And our only path to osmium is osmium dust. See, it shows the comb here. How do I get the B? If it shows the comb being able to be processed, where do I get an osmium B? That's kind of frustrating. Advanced beehive. See, it shows that the bee makes it, but there's no recipe for the osmium bee. Give me a minute. Let me go do some research. Well, I say give me a minute. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. That was at least a half an hour, if not 45 minutes worth of me trying to find out through the interwebs if there was another way. And I actually found Direwolf 20's video where he said some of the exact same stuff I did. Oh, there's got to be an easier way. And then his comment section had some things to say about it being expert mode and laughing that, there's not. There's no easier way. This whole process is going to be convoluted. And with us in the middle of a base move and her resource generation like half in the other place, we're going to rig it up best we can to get things going with the idea that once we get all of our farms that we have at the other place moved over here, because I just want them all in one place. I don't want to have to pop back and forth if I need to check on something. We will tie it all in, but we're going to go for I guess we'll call it semi-automated for today, and then I'll tie it into AE2 with auto crafting as soon as I can. So I broke down our one fabrication matrix from the old base, brought it over here with the schematic cannon, and kapowed it into existence. Bam! There it is. While there, I snagged our centrifugal separator and our pulverizer. Oh, wait, I did that on video with you guys. I snagged our osmium compressor that we had over there because this osmium compressor actually has some osmium-infused ostrum in it that we had already made, that I guess I forgot we had made. So that's kind of cool that we have that. I don't know why I just took that out of there because now it's in my inventory. I guess I can just toss it into storage. So I grabbed our 256K ultimate fluid tank with the liquid infused force, and I grabbed our drawer that has like 3K plus silver dust in it. So this should get us, the ability to essentially set up the automation of the first step. So the first thing we have to do, let's walk through the process we're trying to automate today. So we can go backwards from the end. Let's look at the osmium that we want. So we get the osmium ingot by smelting the osmium dust in the arc furnace with a ever-burning air. So our osmium dust comes from the centrifugal separator, which is platinum dust. Platinum dust comes from the platinum ingot that we make, and then we can send it through a crusher or a crushing spirit or a pulverizer or whatever to turn it, into the other. And the platinum ingot comes from the metallurgic infuser with an isnium ingot and diamond dust or enriched diamond. So we're going to need to get enriched diamond over here. But we have all of that automation stuff set up at the other base. I'm just going to have to, maybe I can schematic it, tear it down, and then use the schematic cannon to set that back up. That might not be too bad. So, but long story short, we need isnium ingots. Isnium ingots come from isnium dust, which is liquid force and silver dust in a fabrication matrix. Liquid force, we've been making forever. Not going to cover that. Silver dust, we've been making forever. Not going to cover that again today. But we have those processes going, and our silver is getting made and, smashed and multiplied, and we have lots of silver. Let's go look. Yeah, we only have 78,000 silver ingots. I think we're okay on silver. So for this one, I think for today, I'm going to bring this stuff kind of over here to the side like this, and then like this. And the reason I'm going to put the two of those there is because I believe we can use laser IO for this. So I think I should be able to stick a laser node here and a laser node here. And then if I do that and grab our laser wrench and our card holder, I should be able to link these two. So now those two are linked. And then if we go into this one with our card holder, let's see, that is west. So on the west side, we want a fluid card that is going to extract. And then over here, we want a fluid card on the north side that is going to insert. And that should, take our liquid force from there to there and insert it. Now, this is not going to necessarily be automatable with AE2. When we get to that, we may be able to just stick a pattern provider on the face of this thing, honestly, and get everything in and out with the pattern provider. So that might be the ultimate goal, but I'll cover that when we get there. So next, we're going to need an extract item card on the north face of this one. And we're not going to set any filters since it's just the one thing. And then on the north face here, we're going to need an item card that is insert. And that should get us this ready to make our stuff. Oh, did I not? I didn't change this to extract, did I? How many of y'all caught that? So there we have it. And then now we're going to need a filter card, but we should be able to tell this laser node to extract our isnium dust, and then it is going to need to get smelted. So we need something to smelt. What can we do? Let's do, maybe, is a redstone furnace cheaper than a energized smelter? Let's see. Redstone furnace. We just need some bricks for that one. That's pretty cheap. I don't even think I'm going to look. Oh, I say it's cheap and then I don't have enough. What about a smelter? Haha, I have everything for the energized smelter. Yay. Okay, so that's going to be our next machine, is we are going to need to take our isnium dust, right? And then it has to go, let's verify this. So our isnium ingot is just smelted dust, right? And then this goes into the metallurgic infuser. Okay, so we'll go, let's just go right here. Well, nope. Let's go right here. And then if we take and put another laser node in front of this one, and then on the north face, we need another item card. Let's make some more item cards. Item card. We need at least two. All right, so then we need an item card on the north that needs a filter too, and we should have basic filters. Nice. So north, item card, basic filter, and then we need one of you to set the filter. And you're going to be an extract, and you're going to extract Osmium. Oh, that's one thing we should do. We can upgrade how much this is extracting. Let's do that for this too. West. Oh, that's already doing the most it can. So that should get our dust in there quicker. Nice. All right. And then on the north face, on the extract, yep. And then you need to be linked also. And then we need you on the north face with an item card. And you are going to insert. Oh, no. We don't want silver. You need a filter. You need a filter. Stop. No, don't smelt the silver because then I gotta. Whew. Okay. All right. So let me grab the silver out. There we go. All right. Now we need a GPS data card to get this thing some power. We should be able to stuff our silver back in there. And then we need one single GPS data card to get power to our furnace. Awesome. All right. Now, we won't need one of these because the next machine we're going to go into is just going to be a metallurgic infuser, which we need to make another one because this is going to be like a dedicated setup for this process. I just decided that right now in this moment. We need some of these. And then we need more redstone glass. Can you make me the glass? I guess I never made the glass recipe. Dang it. I did set the furnace up, though. Did I put a bunch of sand in here? I did. Look at me. Thank you, previous Wooly. Cool. So now make me 100 redstone glass. Thank you. Even though, yes, I know there's a better recipe for this. I'm being lazy, y'all. Be lazy in your worlds, too. Sometimes it's fun. Other times it's frustrating. Either way, it's Minecraft. Just have fun with it. Sometimes being lazy is worth it. Now, metallurgic infuser. So let me know in the comments. How are you guys' weeks going? How are you doing? You know, how's life treating you? I have had quite the week dealing with some crazy IT stuff at work this week. Just frustrating beyond belief, you know, but is what it is, you know. At least I got a job, right? So let's clear off all of our faces. Now the front is an input and the right is an output and auto eject is on. Cool. Now let's clear all of your sides and your left is an input and then you are going to give me the platinum, which is then going to need to be pulverized and then centrifugal separated. So let's get these machines down. Platinum gets pulverized, centrifugal separations. Okay, and then you are going to take items in from the left and output to the right. Auto input, auto output. Awesome. You are going to auto input from the left, but also input and output on the top. In that Dyer video, I cheated and watched what Dyer did. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. But we're going to put a 2x2 drawer up here, lock it with each of the outputs, and then it'll just loop the platinum dust in here until it runs out of platinum dust. It's going to be great. So we are going to need power for each of these three machines. So let's get that going. All right. I'm going to need to go check on our power gen setup and just make sure we're not draining that battery on the other side. I mean, it'd be easy enough to tell this one would be running lower, and it seems to be filling, so looks like we should be good. I mean, and I was just over there, and our giant battery is still filling, so I think we're good there. Heck yeah, this thing is just cranking through making this. We're going to run out of silver dust in a little bit, but that's fine. Perfectly fine. So you're going to need enriched diamond in you. And I'm going to wait to automate that until we move all of those setups, which I'm pretty sure I would like to do with this, with the schematic cannon. I'd like to take a schematic of how everything's set up, and then I should, in theory, be able to bring it over here and just place down all of that stuff from our old base. You know, you'll have to break it and stick it in a chest and all for it to be able to spit it back out, but it should be able to reassemble it for me. I don't know if all the pipes will connect right and whatnot, but the machines, especially like all the mechanism machines and stuff, assuming it puts the right ones in the right spots, but even if it doesn't, you've only got to shuffle them around a little. If you guys want to see that, let me know down in the comments below, because, I mean, I don't know that it would be in tomorrow's episode, but maybe Monday of next week or something, so you got a little bit of time to let me know. But if that's something you guys would like to see, like see me pull a schematic of all of our setups from the old base or some of our setups from the old base and move them, it's definitely something I could make a video about, because it's not so cut and dry, but it is pretty simple, and, you know, it'd be fun to cover, and I've definitely been using this for things in our All the Mods 9 stream world, so, you know, if you want to see it, let me know. All right, so we need this. We need to go get our enriched diamond. Let's go grab our enriched diamond. Let me run in circles. How many of y'all do I make dizzy with that? I've noticed in the edit, there's times when I like go to do stuff, and I just am like running around, trying to find which way I need to go. All right, let's see. Do we have any diamond? We only have 64 right here. We'll bring some diamonds back. Let's steal the diamonds from the other side too, because I saw there's some over here. Yep. All right, that should be enough to get us going. New base. And automation station. There we go. All right, so that'll get that. This will feed to the pulverizer. Now we need a 2x2. Look at that, 2x2. Let's go. All right, and then in the 2x2, we want osmium dust. We want platinum dust, which I don't have any platinum dust, but I will here in a second. So platinum. Yeah, let's get some platinum dust. And I'm going to pull that out. All right, and so then what we want to do is we want to first lock this. And then we're going to put the osmium and this platinum dust. And then we need to grab a gravel, because that is the other byproduct we can get. And you can see it pulled that platinum dust back down in there, and it's spinning it. So it spun it like 3 times in a row until it turned it into something. Or it just poofed it, I guess. All right, why are you not outputting? Oh, I didn't give you an output. An auto eject on. There we go. And that is going to get us our platinum dust. Now, to turn this into osmium, we need the arc furnace. And the arc furnace is at the other base. It's not tied in to anything except the power generation. And the arc furnace uses insane amounts of power. I do think Flux could keep up with it, Flux Networks. So we should, in theory, be able to move the arc furnace here to this base, and I would say it'd probably be a good call to just stick it right here next to this process. Let's go grab it real quick. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go break the arc furnace down into this shulker box, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Schematic cannoned it out here. Let's grab our engineer's hammer. I think we right click. Yep, there we go. Somebody asked in the comments on one of the older videos, so whenever that guy, if you catch up to our current ones, the tool belt is what I use for the tool switcher there. I have it key bound to the letter R on my keyboard, so whatever you bind it to, you just hold that down. You pick your tool, click on it, and it sticks it into your inventory slot. You have to upgrade it a bunch to hold 9, but it is well worth it. I mean, it frees up 9 inventory slots, and it's real quick to get to these things that, you know, when you need them, you really want them to be on you. So, hope that that helps you out there. I love it. It is one of my favorite things. Now, let's put our electrodes in, because I remember when we put this thing together, I totally forgot we even needed them. And then I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but I feel like this thing performs better if you give it power to like all 3 of these little plugs rather than just one. So let's see if I've got a flux point on me. I don't, and we did learn that you can't send power directly into it. So is there a flux point in here? Flux, yeah, we got one. Cool. So let's go flux point, and we'll just put it right there. We'll put it on our big woolly network. And then we definitely, this needs to be able to, like, you know, this thing uses so much power. Bypass limit. And then if we take some cables, because it will only connect to these 3 spots on the back of here. And I feel like it goes faster with all 3, but I have no way to prove that. I don't know. I'm not that smart. So there we have it. Now we've got all our power into our furnace, and as you can see, we've got 29 osmium dust sitting here. The one thing we probably are going to want to do is some storage upgrades and then a void upgrade for the gravel. So let's toss in a netherite upgrade here, and that'll make it hold 16,000 osmium, which should be more than enough. And then let's toss a void upgrade in there as well. That way we don't back up on gravel. So yeah, this is going to sit here until it runs out of silver dust. Oh, it already has. Look at that. Yeah, so this will be the tail end of our Osmium here. Get converted to platinum. Oh, I forgot. We should toss a drawer right here. And it gets the rest of this enriched diamond, and then we tell this that you can take from the top, you can input the yellow. Okay. But mechanism machines can't pull, dang it, but I have a pusher upgrade. So let's put our pusher upgrade in and tell it down. There we go. Cool. Lock it so we remember what goes in there. All right. Grab out this. Control E. Ever burning air. Toss in our ever burning air and our osmium. Distribute the inputs. We should, in theory, we could pipe the osmium out of here and into one of these inputs on the top if we wanted to, and actually have this thing automatically smelt it, and then we would just need to get it ever burning air somehow, ender drawer maybe, or I'm not real sure on what we would do there. But as you can see, just with the little bit we did here, we are up to nowhere near as much osmium as they're going to need, but this is a start. And if it's automatically producing, the only missing kind of piece is we're going to need to get a crusher going here to tie in the silver, so it'll pull the silver from our system and crush it. And then I'm going to need to put the liquid force over on the other end on an ender tank until we move it. So, you know, but neither of those is a big problem. We have a buffer of like 1,000 or more. I think it's like 1,400 buckets or something of liquid force that's already fully backed up and sitting there. I actually added some more to that fluid drawer to just give us more overhead as we were recording today and the next episodes, so that we'll have plenty, because we are going to need a lot. And that actually is the crazy part, is we just burned through like 3,000 something silver, and we are, we're not even close. Like, we're just not even there yet on how much osmium we are going to need for going to space, because every single space plating, so we needed like stupid numbers. Let's go look. So for the last one, we needed 156 dash space plating blocks, which was 624 dash space plating. So that means we're going to need, if it's the same as the previous tier, which it most likely would be, that would mean that we are going to need a bare minimum of 624 osmium infused ostrum plate. Now, we haven't looked at this ratio yet. How many millibuckets? So it takes 200 millibuckets of osmium. How many millibuckets do we get from an osmium ingot? Because there's no form of enriched osmium that I saw. So if we come to uses, and then we go to this little item to gas. Yeah, okay, so 200 millibuckets per ingot means that we would need an ingot for every ostrum infused plate. So we would need 624 if the numbers are right. I haven't even looked at them, but if they're right, we're going to need 624 osmium just for the ostrum infused osmium for our space plating. And I don't think there's any more osmium hidden anywhere else in that recipe. So that's probably going to be our biggest holdup. Oh, no, it's not. We're going to need another 600. We're going to need another total number of platinum. So it doesn't have to get produced all the way into osmium, but we're going to need the same number of platinum plates again. Wowzers. Wowzers, y'all. Zoinks, even. That's yeah. That's a whole lot. Okay, pixie dust. What did we have that for? Oh yeah, making our liquid elemental void. Cool. So, what can we do to wrap up today's episode? We are really creeping in on a good length for a episode here. And I feel like we got a good bit done. We really just revamped a process we had going before. Really like using the laser nodes here. That allows us so much more here. I think we could even do better and maybe use these with a chest and a pattern provider. And then based on what we feed in, it would, send it in. But we should, in theory, be able to just do it with a, like I said, a pattern provider directly on the fabrication matrix itself, because if we get all of our fluids into our AE2 system, we should be able to just export the right amount of fluid for the craft into it, and then we could utilize just one instead of having to have multiples of these. But I do believe that is that's gonna do it, because we're gonna be waiting on this, so it's probably gonna be at least at this rate, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 episodes before we have enough to proceed on to the moon. But I mean, we're at a point in the game where this progress takes a while, but that's going to give us time to get things moved over, get settled into the new base, start getting stuff set up, and show you guys just how powerful our AE2 setup is going to be for us. It's going to be amazing when we get all of this going. Oh, did I cover this? I don't know if I did. I made the mechanical daisy, y'all, because we needed a bunch of skystone to make ender tanks, and I just did it. So the mechanical daisy, if we come look, it took blocks of elementium, which I covered what they were. Elementium is just mana steel that we toss into our elven portal. But I've got a pattern here that takes 8 skystone, and it produces 8 skystone from 8 moonstone. Now, this pattern provider, for whatever reason, would not pull the inventory back in like it normally does from the mechanical daisy. So I had to set an import bus up here on the side. I gave it a filter that it only removed the skystone so it doesn't pull the moonstone before it gets converted. And then a couple acceleration cards to get it to pull them out of there faster, especially when you're doing like bulk crafting. So yeah, now we can tell our system, hey, I need skystone blocks, right? Which I've made a bunch, as you can see. But let's just tell it to make 8, which is 1 recipe full. And you're going to see it puts them in here, and then our daisy is going to convert them eventually. There you go. And then when it converts them, sucks them in automatically, and they're in here. Now we have our skystone. So that is another one we've set up there. I added some recipes here. I just added the redstone glass that you saw me crafting earlier. Don't know if I covered that. But yeah, those are a couple things we did in between some episodes. And we've brought some of our fluids over, started tying those drawers in. So our brine is now tied into our storage controller. And I need to get a drawer down here for lava so that lava is tied in. And this is where we're going to start fluids. So fluids will be over on this side, going out this way, all tied in with their ender tanks going into drawers, and then the drawers tied into the system so that we, don't necessarily have to move anywhere that we're making any of our fluids. We can just have them. Now on this one, I don't necessarily need a fluid drawer. I could just put a external storage bus up against this creative fluid tank and it would see it and then could just infinitely pull from it. But I do sort of like the idea of a buffer for everything else, and just to keep things uniform, I'll probably just put a fluid drawer here with some lava in it to make it accessible from the storage controller, and because it's accessible from the storage controller, it would then be accessible from our AE2. So I hope you guys have gotten something out of today. I am so sorry that I left you guys hanging for 2 days. I put up a community post this morning about it. I just, real life happened. And then, real life is real life. You got a real life sometimes. But I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you were able to follow along and learn something from the processes we set up back there today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.